Okay, mitzvahs of the Torah, the commandments of the Torah are divided into three types. Mishpatim, Eidos, and Chukim. I have, though, the difference between them is like this. There are commandments which are called Mishpatim. These are commandments Shegam Asechel Anushi Mechayev L'Kaimam. Says you should do them. Right? Like don't kill, don't steal, don't commit adultery, pay people on time, honor your parents. Eirut, these are commandments Sha'asechel Atzma Lo Mechayev Otam, Aval Achar Sha'Torah Tzivta Otam, Otanu Aleim, Yesh Bam Hezber Sechel. These are commandments that logically they don't make up any sense, but once they're given, so you can sort of understand them. Chukim, these are commandments she'en aleim shum hezber sechli, that they're not logical at all. V'yoter kain, and even more, hem hepech me'avanat sechel, they're the opposite of understanding. There's a lot of commandments of that. The law of mamzer, for instance. Law of mamzer. A woman that her marriage was improper. She got married improperly, right? Okay, or she got divorced improperly. She was married to someone. She thought she got divorced, but she didn't. And then she remarried someone else. So because she wasn't really divorced to the first husband, all of her children are called mamzers. What's a mamzer? A mamzer is a person that can never marry a Jew. Can never marry a Jew. He can marry only old case he can marry another mamzer. There's other ways sort of out of it, but he can't really marry a Jew.
That's a really good example. A man marrying his dead brother's wife. If
Right.
she never had children, he can marry her. If she had children, he can't marry her.
Right, there's a lot of laws that are right. They're called chukim, laws that don't make any sense, and even more, they're opposite of sense. They're the opposite of sense. Another unfortunate law just like that. A woman has a husband, is a bad person. He beats her, he treats her, and he runs away. She can never get married. She has to either find out where he is and get a divorce bill from it, or find out that he's dead. But all the time that he's alive, he can't. Now that makes no sense. That's really cruel. Right? It's the opposite of intelligence. Judaism is supposed to be a sensible religion. The Jews are supposed to be sensible people. What type of religion law is that? So that's what it says. That's what's called chukim. These are laws that not only do they not make sense, they're opposite sense, opposite intelligence.
Isn't there like a group of people that if a woman asks for a get from her husband and he doesn't give it to her, then there's like a group of people that will make him give her a get?
That they try. That's the law. The law is that you're allowed to beat him. It says until he gives a get. But in Israel they don't do that. They put him in jail until he gets out. America, they tried to do it. And they caught the people that were doing it. They couldn't. I guess they also got a little bit over enthusiastic about it. But yes, according to the law, it says what is it? Makim oso ad she'omer rotzeani. That a person, a bill of divorce is only good if it's given with free will. So it says you can beat him up until he gives it.
Yeah, that's not free will.
So the Gemara says, well, that's not free will. So the Rambam answers, every Jew wants to do all the commandments of God. Inside he wants to. So it's permissible in this case. Okay. That is against human intelligence, and nevertheless, it's a law. It's a part of Judaism. Now, not all of the laws are so not understandable. But we're going to see in a moment that really, in the essence, all of the laws of the Torah are totally not understandable. If you rely on your understanding to do the commandments, then that's what like conservative Judaism is born from, and then Reform Judaism is born from, and etc. That you decide, you can pick and choose. You can choose what you want to, which that's humanism or whatever you want to call it. But in the end, it's not really humanism because if you really believe that there's God, if there is such a thing as God, you're going to do one commandment because God said. So that's a good thing. But it means that you believe that there's such a thing as God. If you believe there's God, so why only pick one commandment? God himself gave more commandments than that. Why are you going against God? So it's like a thing and an opposite at the same time. Doing the same thing and opposite. I guess that's what they call the paradox or something. Klomer, in other words, Ha-mitzvot misug mishpatim, the commandments, we're in the second paragraph, the commandments which are called mishpatim and edut, the logical commandments and the religious commandments. Hem kafi sheratzon elyon, this is how God's will, mitztamtzem, contracts, vitlabesh b'seichel, and gets clothed in understanding. That is what you really think you can understand God. What do you understand God? You really think you can understand the commandments? There's no way. What do you mean, no way? Here we have the Rambam, you have the Sefer Chinuch, all these books that explain the commandments. Right? The commandments that can't be explained, so they say they can't be. Not most of the commandments in the Torah are not chukim. They're understandable. He says that's even a bigger miracle. That God is able to contract His infinite wisdom so that you can understand it. That's also a big miracle. Shegam data adam tochal asigo, that even a human being can understand it. Lokein suga mechukim. This is not the case with the laws which are called chukim. The laws that are called chukim, sheratzon elyon, that God's will lo itztamsem, is not contracted. It's not hidden. Gam lamata, the lo itlabesh b'seichel. These are laws that as they are, it's pure godliness. You can't understand it. V'notar b'bechinat ratzon shelamayla miseichel. And these commandments remain in the level of will, pure will of God. That's the only reason you do it, is because this is what God wants.